Welcome back to Manosphere Daily, where we break down the raw truth about modern dating. Today, we're diving into a topic that's getting harder to ignore: someone please like me back. Women over 35 hitting the wall hard. For years, these women had an endless lineup of options, but now, the dating market isn't looking so friendly, and reality is setting in. What happened? We're about to get into it. Before we start, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel *, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. And don't forget to share this video with your friends, because these conversations need to be heard.
I was just waiting patiently because obviously I'm listening to the guys behind me. There's a lot of things I think you can see from my face that are actually winding me up. And I thought, am I going to take a break here or just be polite and sit quietly? Because you talked about women, I think the word you used was combative.
Mm-hmm. Combative.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There were, I was sitting here and that was what winding me up constantly. The way that you and others were talking about older women, or it could be vice versa, and older men, and I was just getting more and more angry, and I thought, well, just sit quietly and see what you've all got to say. And we all have personal opinions, but it doesn't mean that just because you're with an older woman that they are taking advantage of you and you're just having fun. How about consider that somebody a little bit older than you might actually be interested in you? It's not always for fun.
Just an update from your 35-year-old best friend in Brooklyn. I actually agree with Max's comment here. Women do hit the wall around 30. Yeah, we've actually been dating so much and we've done so much work on ourselves that we've hit the wall of dating immature, emotionally unavailable, patriarchal, and misogynistic, close-minded men. Yeah, we're really looking forward to emotionally available partners who can support us and we can support them. So yeah, I'm so glad that, word is spreading. I hope this is the beginning of a revolution.
All those TikToks that say being in your 30s is the best time ever for women. You're thriving, you give less fucks, you're earning more than ever, your career's at an all-time high, maybe you're popping a kid out, blah, blah, blah. I just can't relate. So I wanted to show that side. I am probably in the most unstable, insecure period of my life. I don't feel like everything about me is, on an all-time high. I don't really feel like I'm thriving. I feel like I'm still figuring it out. Maybe I'll get there, but I often feel like I'm falling behind and I'm constantly having to give myself a pep talk and remind myself that I'm running my own race. I think being in your 30s as a woman is a very challenging time. There's a lot of societal pressures. We're all over the place. So let's unite in that, in the fact that we're all doing different things at the right time for us.
Where do single men between the ages of 28 and 40 go on Saturdays? And I don't mean like a specific restaurant or a specific location. I mean generally speaking. Are they at the gym? Are they at a bar watching football? Are they on a hike? Are they at home doing additional work? Are they at the driving range? Are they getting brunch with their friends? What does a 28 to 40-year-old single man's typical Saturday look like? Because I can tell you what a Saturday for a 28 to 40-year-old single woman looks like. As part of my fall of outdoors, I'm trying to integrate experiences where I get to meet the male species. Every time that I've tried to do that, the places that I end up tend to be proliferated with 24-year-old men screaming at a television about football. For example, my Saturday looks like this. I wake up, I take my dog on a walk, I try to get in a gym class of some sort, Pilates, some kind of stretching class, I take a shower, make a cup of coffee, make my breakfast, and then I try and do about 2 hours of either work or personal, errands. And then from about 12 p.m. until approximately 5 p.m. I try and do something social with my friends. We'll go to a bar to watch a football game, go to the beach for the afternoon, whatnot. And then I typically stay in on Saturday night, order in DoorDash, watch a movie, have a glass of wine, and go to bed. What's the male equivalent of that? So I know where to find you guys during the period of 12 to 5.
It's like watching someone ignore every red flag, run full speed into a brick wall, and then act surprised when it hurts.
What percentage of men do you think make $100,000 a month?
Percentage?
What percentage of men do you think?
Low,
Like
really
what?
low. Oh God.
Like us on OnlyFans, 1%.
Yeah, no,
1%?
maybe not 1%, but
a month.
okay, I
Throw a
can't.
number out there.
I don't have the information.
Throw a number out there.
5% of the world, maybe.
Bring you guys to reality. The top 1% of earners in the United States probably one of the richest countries in the world, is only about $500K a year.
Sorry, what?
What? So you're gonna start OnlyFans eventually, and then date men that makes less than you? Is that what you're saying?
No, when I stop OnlyFans. Okay, but where I'm gonna find the man that makes more money than I do?
You're not. You're gonna be happy with a man that makes less money, but can bring you joy and peace into your life. But unfortunately for women like this, they're never happy with anything. Say hi to your cats for me.
So what I'm telling women is, do not, if you want a family, if you want a husband, do not allow yourself to get to a point where you hit that wall. You are 37, you are looking in the mirror, whatever age that is, and you see a different face and you see your youth going away from you and you start to panic and you can't find yourself in the mirror. Don't let that be the case while you're still on the hunt for a man, or you are going to feel inadequate, depressed, anxious, and rush in to do something toxic to your body to compensate for that. If women just listened more to what people like me are saying, and in your 20s, instead of burying in the career stuff and burying in everything else, you acknowledged the reality that what you have is going to go away. The fertility, the youthful beauty.
Being in your late 20s is so hard. I've seen a few people talk about this and just kind of the loneliness of your late 20s, and especially people who are kind of in this middle stage of, hey, I'm not married, don't have kids, not in a relationship, but I'm also not going out every weekend. I spend a lot of my time by myself. I live alone. I come home from work, I go to the gym, I spend my evenings alone. And on the weekend lately, I feel like I've been so exhausted that all I want to do is like spend time by myself. And I'm struggling with questions about work. You know, am I passionate about what I'm doing? Am I good at it? Should I be traveling right now and not working? Or should I be trying to work remotely so that I can travel? Like, there's just all these things that I think I would like to experience. And it's hard to know, well, when am I going to experience those things? But
it don't matter how old a man gets, he's always gonna have options. Younger, finer, fitter, willing, but they wasted all their time telling all these good men, oh no, you know, you're not my type, and you know, I need a man that's gonna do all this stuff for me. You too broke for me. Y'all brag about the fact that y'all don't cook. You brag about the fact that you're not cleaning for nobody. You brag about the fact that you're selfish. You brag about all these things that are contrary to what a man wants. What happens is they start approaching that wall. Once they are approaching that wall, or once they hit it, they already got kids. They're not in their prime anymore. And then they get frustrated. They try to convert other women and try to convince other women that they also don't need men, because now they no longer qualify. Now what are you left with? You're broken, used, washed up, your self-worth, your dignity, all of that done gone. Now what you gonna do? You love talking about yourself, and you could do bad all by yourself, and it's all about me, and because I'm the prize. Where are your results then? If you the prize, who the prize winner? If you the prize, where is the collector of the prize?
For years, these women laughed at commitment, dismissed good men, and swore they'd never settle.
Nowadays, you see women waiting. They're waiting. Well, I want to focus on my career. I want to focus on my degree. I want to be successful. Nothing wrong with that. But what happens is they get to 30 and they have an epiphany. They're like, oh shit, I got to hurry up. Mm-hmm. Like we had a guest on here, I won't say the name, timeline. 35 years old, childless, no husband. You're at that, we call it hitting the wall.
Yeah.
And then they become negative around it and start saying men are shitty, men are douchebags. And then they get in their 40s and they end up on TikTok talking shit at 40 years old, which is pointless, right? What did you do in your 20s? And this is another thing. It's interesting on planning. Watch this, John. And I know you get this. You talk to men, you say plan. You counsel women, plan. I ask a woman on the show, what's your 2 to 5 year plan? I don't know. You don't know.
But yet you want a quality man.
You're 35 years old.
Tell him what you want and see if he can consistently do what you want before you put out.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
A 21-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man, who has the higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman.
25-year-old man and 25-year-old woman, who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman again.
A 30-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man, who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
The 35-year-old man and a 35-year-old woman, who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
And as I keep going in 5-year increments, will women ever overtake a man's sexual marketplace value?
Not in the long term, no.
No. Will it grow at a steady rate or will it get exponentially larger? Meaning a 50-year-old man and a 50-year-old woman, will they have the same difference between them as a 30-year-old man and a 30-year-old woman? Or will it be greater?
It'd be greater.
Thank you. So by math, you've just said women have roughly a 10-year period before their value dips below men. So it doesn't matter if men aren't ready.
Now, at 35 plus, they're scrolling dating apps like it's a job, wondering why the attention isn't the same.
Anymore. Well, they're going to need Draymond Green for this series and beyond. Kendra, thank you so much. Is that my watch? Yeah. Yes. That's my watch. That is my watch. Wow. How could I have taken your watch?
Yeah, look. Ladies and gentlemen,
Women, please, please, please listen to older women here on TikTok. We are all waking up to the games that men play on us. We're waking up in massive numbers. If you listen to us, the older women here on TikTok, we will tell you the truth about what's really going on so that you're not delusional, so that you don't get taken advantage of like other women. And in case anything does happen, you're not left in a really terrible position or a worse one than you started. You have to realize something, that men are deeply programmed to want access to your body and to have something on their arm. The game of love is a lie that we've been sold, but it's just romance. It's just sexual. It has nothing to do with love. We've misconstrued this with love because we've been told fairy tale lies, Cinderella and Disney movies. But that's not what's really going on, and that's not what men will ever tell you is really going on or what they're truly after. So please don't throw your whole life away for a man who is lying to you. He needs access to your body, and that's all he really wants. They will waste a lot of your time to make sure that they get access to your body because they really enjoy that activity, and meanwhile they don't. Women really don't. So make sure that they're investing in you, paying your bills, putting cash in your hand.
The same guys they ghosted are now getting married, having families, and living their best lives, while they're stuck writing long social media posts about how men are intimidated by them.
Hitting the wall typically starts in a woman's mind. It doesn't have a lot to do with her beauty. It starts with her mind. When she hits, say, 30, this is kind of when you start seeing it. If she's 30 years old and she's not married, she doesn't have kids, all of her girlfriends have kids, all of her girlfriends are married, she starts getting this societal pressure on her that I want kids, I want the husband, I want the house and the white picket fence and the dog. Yeah, I've been partying for the last 10 years. I've had a good time. So you see him on Tinder, you see him on Bumble, you see the buzzwords that I lived a good life, I partied a lot, now I'm ready to settle down. Sadly, a lot of these women are what's called used goods.
Like in my bed or something, and I turned the fan on, like you would fly across my room because you're like really skinny.
So my name's Ron, I'm 26.
26, and what do you do?
So I'm in the military and I own my own business.
Okay, thank you for your service.
I like to play basketball, I'm getting into photography, pretty much just hang out with my friends, you know. Pretty much it.
Okay, some things you look for in a woman.
Pretty much just have to want to be led by a man, you know. Pretty ambitious.
There's some deal breakers.
Children, you know, I want to start a family of my own. I just got to be able to show like my mother, like your Instagram and stuff, you know. Can't be doing too much and you laughing and stuff.
Okay. Okay, why did we end up popping hers?
I just don't think the physical attraction was there, you know. That's pretty much it.
So, why did you have your balloon unpopped for him?
Well, I thought he was cute, but then I had like some concerns. I don't even want to say it or not.
Say it.
Okay, so, I'm not trying to be funny. So I was like thinking like if you were like in my bed or something and I turned the fan on, like you would fly across my room because you're like really skinny. But I like skinny guys, but you're like really skinny. And then I was also thinking like if I was in the bed with you and I laid my head on your chest, it would feel like I'm laying on a pile of dishes or something. So I didn't want to,
Yeah.
But you're cute though, so.
Thank you though. I'm 205 pounds, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's just fun.
I know.
You feel how you feel. It is what it is.
There's no offense. I mean, I like skinny guys, but.
No, men aren't intimidated, they've just moved on. At this point, it's not a dating problem, it's a supply and demand issue. And unfortunately for them, their demand is way higher than their current market value.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.